Hello friends, it's Kristie Marcotte. Today I'm sharing my very first video as a Honeybee Stamps design team member, and I'm so excited. I'll be making a card using their Hugs and Kisses collection. This is a beautiful collection. There's lots of lovely floral designs. So I selected 4 of those floral papers and also one of the muted or tone-on-tone patterns that coordinate. I love that their paper pads always have a really good mix of busy patterns and also those muted designs. So here's that final pattern. I think that is my favorite floral design in the whole collection. For my card today, I'll be using a sketch for inspiration. This is OWH sketch number 26. If you are interested in this sketch, I do share it over on my coordinating blog post, and that link is provided in the description box below. I've already gone ahead and cut down all of the papers. For that background piece, I'm using some white shimmer cardstock, and I'll be layering it on this dark teal cardstock, and you can see I cut out the word "you" from that background. So I will be using that here in just a moment. It's just a great way to save on cardstock colors, especially if you're low on one specific color. I'm using ATG tape to adhere all of those layers together. I'll put some more ATG tape on the back of my card front and adhere it to my card base. And all of my cards in this video are American Standard A2 size. Now before I attach this pattern paper strip across the center of the card, I will be adding some scrap pieces of cardstock, just some very narrow strips to the very outside edges. And that's because there's all those other layers and I want to keep everything at the same level. If I didn't add those cardstock layers, that outside edge would have a noticeable dent on the front of the card. I'll just adhere it in place, trying to make sure to get it nice and straight. Now I'll set that aside and start working on the sentiment. For this card, I'll be using the U Buzzword die set. This is a fun set. There's 2 different fonts for the word U. There are also 3 dies for each of the words, so you could have 2 different outlines. But for my card, I'll only be using 2 of the dies. So I have the very back piece that has that pierced detail all along the outside edge. And I'm also using that middle size die. It cuts out all of the letters individually, so I did put some tape on the top. That way they would all stay together in the correct position. Now I just put some glue on the back side and adhere it onto that background layer. And I just wanted to show the cute little glue holder from Honeybee Stamps. This is the first time I've used their liquid adhesive, and it's really nice. With the teal outline around the word "you," there is enough contrast so it would stand out against the pattern paper. But to add a little extra detail to the card, I'll be attaching the sentiment onto a scallop rectangle die cut. And I cut this out of some vellum. To make sure none of the adhesive will show through on the vellum, I'll first attach the word "you" using some of the liquid adhesive. Then I can flip over the scallop rectangle and put adhesive just where that "you" die cut word is. So that way you won't be able to see any of the liquid adhesive from the front of the card. So I'll just adhere that to the center of the card. Then I'll pull out the coordinating U Buzzword stamp set. I have some white cardstock. Grab the wrong ink color at first. I'll be using the Intense Black ink and stamping out "Thinking of." So I'll just stamp this at the very edge of a scrap piece of white cardstock. So I'll go ahead and trim that down real quick. Then I'll glue this right above the word "you." I love using general sentiments, and "thinking of you" is always the perfect sentiment for any occasion card. Then I decided to add just a little bit of glue underneath the "thinking of" area. So you're not going to be able to see this, but it'll be one more section of that vellum that'll be attached to the card. Then one final finishing touch, I'll use some of the gem stickers that coordinate with the Hugs and Kisses collection. I'll put 2 in the lower right hand corner and 1 to the left of the sentiment. I love that they always have coordinating gem stickers to go with their paper collections. So there is my finished card, and I did make the other 3 off screen. This is a very simple card design, perfect for really focusing on the beautiful floral papers in this collection and then adding that nice bold you sentiment. For one of the cards, I decided to stamp the thinking of portion of the sentiment on that same dark teal cardstock. I love all the different floral patterns. Pink is generally my favorite, but I really love the blue as well. If you are interested in any of the products I use in this video, I do have links provided in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.